Hey everyone, it's Dara. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Dara K. Fulton, and this channel is all things motivation. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for still being here. I really appreciate it. This video is going to be very impromptu and unedited, so forgive me in advance if my lighting is not perfect. If you hear a little sound in the background, that's my mini fan going because it's very hot. I do have my window open, so you may hear a little traffic in the background. So this is in no way a professional video, but you know what, friends? I really feel like I need to talk, and when I feel like this, I don't try to be perfect. Well, in general, I don't try to be perfect, but I want to be as raw and transparent and open as possible. So there you go. As you can see, my background is truly under construction. So just ignore it. I know it doesn't look beautiful, but believe me, it's a work in progress. I'm trying to transform this room in a way so when I do my videos like this, or when I'm doing videos for my business channel, Applied ESL, it will look 10 times more professional than it does now. So there you go. So, friends, it's been real. It has been real. Thank you so much for your support and your love from my last two videos when I talked about having surgery and the update that I gave recently. This video is just going to talk about how I feel. And to be honest with you, I don't feel that great, to be honest. My body is really doing the most, honestly. And a second surgery is definitely in the air. It's definitely going to happen, but it's a matter of when, and that hopefully I will find out that answer by next week. I am in pain pretty much every day. I try my best not to think about it. I try to stay active and put on the happy face and say, you know what, it's all good. But it is hard, friends. It's very hard because, in general, living with pain is not easy, but I'm a teacher, and I'm the type of teacher where I like to move around. I like to be animated and have fun and get my students engaged. And it's difficult to just sit and talk for 3 hours. I need to move around. But it's really hard doing that when you're in constant pain and you don't feel your best. I must confess also that this has been a very emotional time period because the type of surgery I'm having is very emotional. It's something that I'm sure a lot of women go through, or a lot of people in general have gone through, but for me, any type of surgery, any type of health problem, it makes me emotional. But this one really has hit home for me in a way that is a bit surprising. And I just don't know how to handle it. It's no secret. I have said this before in previous videos on this channel that I do have issues with depression. And the reason why I'm open about that is because I know I'm not the only one. There are people out there who have depression as well, whether it's mild or severe. And it's a real situation. It's not something to take lightly. It's not something to play around with or to laugh about. It's the real deal. So I try my best not to become depressed. I feel like God has been so good to me and my family, and I don't want to disappoint him. I don't want to disappoint myself or my family by becoming depressed. But it's real. It's not easy. Let me just move up a little bit. And so it's hard. I think the biggest challenge, I would say, for the past few days is when you go into work and you have to put on that happy face when all you feel like doing is crying. Or you might have cried when you woke up that morning, but you have to change the face because you're going to work. And if you've ever worked with me, whether it's a coworker or if you've ever was one of my students, Teacher Dara loves to be happy and bubbly. That is my thing. That is who I am. And so it's very hard, it's very hard to not be this way when I'm doing something that I love. I love teaching. There's no secret about it. So it's been real. It's been difficult, and I do thank my husband. I thank my mom, and for being my rocks. They really have been helping me a lot. I thank one of my closest friends for this too, because she has been a big help as well. So it's been real. It's been real. As I said in my last video, I like to be transparent. I'm not that fake type of YouTuber, social media person whatever title you want to give me, I'm just not that person. I like to be honest because there are a lot of people out here on YouTube that watch people like me, okay? And whether I am popular or not, it's very important to be honest and to be truthful. You know, you don't know who you're inspiring out there. You don't know who you're helping out there. So for me, it's necessary to keep it real. And so that way you gain to know who Dora really is, you know. And so that's why I like to do these impromptu videos, because it's pretty much my raw emotion at the moment. There's no script. And to be very honest, friends, I don't have a script for any of my videos. Even when it comes to my business channel, Applied ESL, I don't follow script. You know, that's the big secret. You know, even when I do my lessons, I don't have a script. Sure, I have a lesson plan, but I will be honest, most times I go off the plan because I just think of things off the top of my head, and sometimes it just seems to work, and students seem to love it that way. It's not so rigid. So the same goes for what I do here on social media. I'm not a rigid, traditional, robotic person. I like to be creative and like to be myself, and this is pretty much what it is. So I guess the only update I really have is that next Tuesday I have my doctor's appointment, and I'll know for sure, at least from him, that what's going to happen. When is this major surgery going to happen? Can it be delayed? What are the alternatives? So I will know that by next week. And for now, I'm cramping. Even as I'm talking to you right now, I am hurting. Seriously. And it's one of those things that's really difficult to talk about. There's a lot of reasons for that. It's not just the pain. There's a lot of emotional pain as well that ties into this, And I think the best way I can put it is, when you've had some type of tragedy in your life, and depending on the type of tragedy it was, it can affect you later on in life, and that's pretty much the case with me. I would say to you, if you want to know more details about that, and again, this is not to promote myself, okay, but I'm being very honest. My book, Life's Reflective Twist, really talks more in depth about what I've experienced. And if you read my book, I promise you it will all make sense. The reason why I'm not going into details here on YouTube is not because I don't want to share. I do want to share. But again, because this is such a broad audience, and I'm not trying to call people out and have controversy and have things. I just try to avoid all negative energy as much as possible. But I will say that I have experienced something very horrible many years ago, and I feel that's the reason why I'm having these problems today. And it's very unfortunate. It breaks my heart. It's something I really never fully dealt with, and I know I need to. So yeah, it's very emotional, friends. It's very emotional, and I can't. There's no way I could sugarcoat this and act like it's all good, because it's not. And I guess what I really want to say to you today as a whole, because, I always like to include some type of motivation in my videos, is that life is truly not a bed of roses. And there will be days where you're going to feel like crap. Like, I know yesterday was just not one of my days, honestly. I cried all day yesterday. It's not always going to be peachy. There's times where things from your past will creep up in your present, and you will be devastated by it, or maybe it'll make you a stronger person. I don't know. But it's real, it's real. And sometimes I feel like it's always the nice people out there like myself that tends to get dealt a bad deck of cards. It's really unfortunate. And I will just say to you that if you've ever experienced any type of tragedy, something that is so hurtful, so painful that you can't even talk about it, just know that you're not alone. Know that I'm not going to say it's going to be okay, because I don't know if it's going to be okay. I can't really say to you what to do in regards to that. But what I can say is that somewhere down the line, either it's going to make sense and you'll be able to move past it, or be able to cope with it, or it's one of those things that you just have to take as a life, I don't want to say lesson per se, but a rough patch in the road, because tragedies are hard, they're rough, they're difficult. I can't begin to tell you like, oh, this is what to do, because I can't. I'm still dealing with my own, and it is currently affecting my present. And all I can say is that, you got some bad people out here in this world. I hate to say it, but it's true. You have some really bad people that will do bad things to you, and wow, that's all. I'll leave it as that. But you know what? If you're a believer like myself, you believe in God, or you believe in universe, or you have some type of spiritual connection to the world, you will know very quickly that karma is real. And when someone does something really bad to you, it will come back to them 10 times more. So that's that. So I guess all I wanted to say was just, I love you guys. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you taking the time to care about me, show love, say, hey, how you doing? Send me prayers and stuff like that. It's not easy. But know that I'm not going to let this stop me from doing what I love. It's not going to stop me as a teacher, a creator, someone who loves to help other people, to do Coffee with Dara, to be a motivator, because it's my dream to be a motivational speaker. It's my dream to have the opportunity to meet you out there, those of you who may not live in New York City and live overseas or in different states, and meet you and talk to you. I would love that opportunity. It's my dream to be able to do speaking engagements within the ESL community, English as a second language, inspiring and helping fellow ESL teachers. So I have dreams, and I just don't want this temporary setback to hold me back from my purpose. I do believe I have a purpose in this life, and I promise you that I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm not going to let this stop me, no matter how much it hurts. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening today. I hope this wasn't a boring video for you. Feel free to leave any encouraging messages in the comment section below. I read every single comment, and I do appreciate it very much. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I promise, hopefully, I'm not going to say I promise, no, because I don't want to break my promise, but I hope that the next video after this will be a little more uplifting and happy. But I just have to be honest, and frankly, I just felt like talking, so here I am talking to you. Love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and always try your best.